Hey, this is Mike Madden, the Mental Block Doc. Are you ready to kick your butts for good? Do you feel trapped by your smoking habit? You know that you should stop, but that doesn't help. Cigarettes control you. You feel like a slave. Clearly, this justifies why you want to quit. But the real problem is that the good reasons you have for smoking are very different from the reasons that you want to quit. As soon as you realize that none of the reasons for wanting to smoke are good reasons, that they're just illusions, you can easily lose your desire to smoke and quit immediately without any trouble. Now, ask yourself the following questions. When did you decide to become a smoker? Next question. Are you still a smoker by choice? The overwhelming majority of smokers admit that they would prefer to be non-smokers, which means they don't smoke by choice. Tobacco is an addictive product which makes you feel like you're losing your freedom of choice of how and when to use it. This trap of smoking, of tobacco, it's like, think of the metaphor of a carnivorous plant that feeds on insects. Now, the Venus flytrap, okay? This plant emits a scent of nectar that insects find irresistible. The inside of this plant is covered with this delicious nectar that the insects eventually eats. Now, a combination of the effects of gravity and the orientation of the hairs on the surface of this plant means that the insects can only travel in one direction, downwards towards this nectar. However, this doesn't seem to bother the insect at all because, hey, it has wings and it's convinced that it can fly away at any time it wants. However, what it doesn't know yet is that this irresistible nectar will stick to its legs and wings. Moreover, once it's eaten, it's much heavier than when it first came to the plant. This significant excess weight means that the more it struggles to try to get out of the trap, the more it gets stuck in the trap. As the insect approaches the nectar, the walls of the plant become steeper and steeper, and the result is inevitable. The insect is trapped and can no longer get out of the trap. It ends up stuck in the trap, waiting to be digested by the carnivorous plant. As with the smoker, one would think that the insect, hey, chose to drink the nectar. No one forced it to do so. Yes, that's true. But did it choose to be trapped? Of course not. At what point was the insect trapped by the Venus flytrap? When it realized it couldn't escape? No. It was trapped from the moment it smelt the nectar. From that moment on, the plant controlled the insect because then the insect could only respond to its instincts. This is one of nature's most ingenious traps, but even more ingenious is the nicotine trap. No matter how long you go, the nicotine trap makes you want to smoke when you really don't want to smoke. In fact, no smoker actually chooses to smoke. Now, you may have chosen to smoke your first cigarette. Yes, to give it a try to see what it was all about. But no one decides to become a lifelong smoker. You fall into the trap and you don't realize you're addicted until you try to break free, until you try to stop. Just about every smoker hopes that their children will not start smoking or regrets that their children as teenagers or adults are smokers. What does that mean? It means that they feel guilty about starting smoking themselves all those years and now they wish that they never started. If you tried to quit before and you still smoke, it's not by choice that all of your previous attempts have failed. By choice, the vast majority of smokers would prefer to be non-smokers. So what's stopping them? I'm going to answer that in the next video. For more information, please click the link below in the description. Let's make this the year that you kick your butts for good. I'll see you in the next video.